Thank you, Eric, and good morning, everyone. My name is Dean Rogers. I am the Technology Resource Coordinator for the Office of Environmental Management, and today I'll be providing you an overview of the SWEPT application, or Statewide Environmental Project Tracker. SWEPT is an interactive website that supports activities during FDOT's environmental process. SWEPT helps us comply with records management and program reporting requirements under the NEPA Assignment Program MOU. Today I'll provide a brief introduction and show you some of the key features in SWEPT. We have more detailed webinars coming your way and on-demand videos available on the OEM website. SWEPT pulls project information from various FDOT databases such as the Work Program, the Environmental Screening Tool, and PSM. It provides tools to upload and organize environmental files. It also provides an interface to FDOT's Electronic Document Management System, or EDMS, automatically transferring files to EDMS at certain milestones, such as when the environmental document is approved. For FDOT's NEPA Assignment program, SWEPT will also have tools to help process environmental documents through OEM reviews and approvals. It will also include a robust quality and performance module to support the audits and self-assessments required by the program. The SWEPT user community consists of district, OEM, and OGC staff who support PD&E projects through the PD&E process. The SWEPT activities are role-based, so whether a user is inputting a project setup or approving a document, SWEPT roles define who can perform certain activities. These roles determine the level of access based on user responsibilities. SWEPT components include project dashboards, project input setup, project documents, quality and performance management, as well as team management. The SWEPT homepage. The components of SWEPT are listed at the top of the homepage through these icons: project dashboards, project input setup, project documents, and the quality and performance management module. The left-hand menus expand to provide access to these same components. They're just available in a menu format. This menu can be toggled on and off with the toggle button on the top left to give you more space on the page. Top right, you'll see the person icon where you can customize your user profile. We also have a robust search function. The bottom left of the menu, you'll see the help button where you'll find tips and videos on using the SWEPT application. Further down on the SWEPT homepage, you'll see My Project. For this example, I'm logged in as a District 3 user, so you will see the projects listed for District 3. You'll see the FM number here as a link where you can click on the link to access project information. I'd also like to point out on the bottom right, we have access to our fully staffed help desk. The project dashboards track project schedules, provide access to the department PD&E project schedules, and integrates with the project schedule management, or PSM system. This data is imported from PSM and the work program every night. It contains some basic information about the project and anticipated and actual dates for each of the environmental PSM codes. The first one here, Federal SWAT Dashboard, includes Type 2 CEs, EAs, and EISs. The State Dashboard is used to track SEERs. The Executive Dashboard is a subset of priority federal and state projects presented to the Executive Board monthly to monitor project schedules statewide. And now it's time for a poll question. How often is the SWEPT dashboard updated? Weekly, hourly, daily, or real time? The correct answer is daily. Each night, the dashboard is updated after business hours in the middle of the night. Project Input Setup. SWEPT Project Input Setup module integrates interactive project scopes of services, pulls in ETDM screening event results, and information from the work program database, records and processes Type 1 CE checklists, shown on this slide on the right, and enables online data entry for standard environmental management forms. Project Setup. To set up a Type 1 CE project, simply fill out the form. This will set up the project in SWEPT and prepare the form for approval at the same time. For other projects, you can set up the project by using the scope of services or providing basic information about the project. Much of the basic information is imported from the work program. Go to the Project Input Setup module to finish setting it up. You can click on the buttons at the top of this page or find a project in the list of projects with incomplete setups that you see below. These are projects in your districts that have been imported but still need some more information. So you simply click Finish Setup button to get started. Project Setup Scope of Services wizard. You will indicate whether to create a scope of service or complete the basic setup. In either case, you'll use a step-by-step wizard to walk you through the rest of the information needed. Scope of Services tool. In addition to the wizard, the Scope of Services tool also has a preview mode that allows you to view and edit the information in the context of the Scope of Services document. The FDOT project manager can also allow the consultant project manager to view and edit the draft and send back the edits for review. When it's complete, the FDOT project manager finalizes it and saves it as a PDF. It automatically becomes part of the project record when complete. I'd like to point out that you can toggle back and forth from the wizard to the preview mode using this button. So any information that you input in the wizard will automatically show up here in this preview mode. The highlighted fields here are where you'll input information. And you can also, at the conclusion of this, export this as a PDF document. Also, on the right, you'll see bookmarks that help you navigate this document. Project Documents. As Pete showed you in his presentation, the Project Documents module provides access to the environmental project file of record. It organizes and manages project documents in a consistent format and structure. By transferring files to EDMS, SWEPT manages the storage, retention, and schedule, stores documents in the appropriate group and type in FDOT EDMS, and makes the documents accessible to other department systems that access EDMS, for example, Project Suite. SWEPT creates, organizes, manages, and exports the administrative record, and supports the environmental document review process by enforcing legal sufficiency and prior concurrence requirements with legal staff, and documenting and processing the review and approvals of environmental documents. The environmental document submittal form. The districts will use the environmental document submittal form on SWEPT to notify OEM that the environmental document is ready for review. Now it's time for another poll question. The SWEPT application stores the official project record in EDMS. True or false? And the answer to that is true. The official project record is definitely stored in the EDMS. Project team management. The team management module helps OEM managers to assign OEM and legal review teams and notifies reviewers of assignments and actions throughout the process. The project page. You'll assign the district project team when you set up the project. These are the project managers and SWEPT data editors who can add documents and edit project information. They can also update the district team members on the project page. Click the link at the bottom of the contact list for more information. District staff or consultants who can edit the project are listed here. You can also find other valuable information about the project on the project page. Quality and performance management. This module supports and reports MOU performance measures, provides performance results to the Executive Board, generates quarterly performance reports to Federal Highway and FDOT leadership, records and reports self-assessment results, organizes information to support federal highway audits. We are currently in the process of updating and refining the QA/QC plan and performance measures. So this component will be further developed to reflect these measures moving forward. Standard reports. Right now, we only have one quality and performance report used to send information to Federal Highway about approved categorical exclusions. You'll see this list of reports grow as we further develop this system. Phased implementation plan. So when can you expect to begin using these tools? Our initial implementation was completed in September and included Project Dashboard to track environmental project schedules, the Type 1 CE preparation and approvals that are currently being performed by the districts, and the state environmental certification. This month in November, we are going to add the Type 2 CE preparation, scope of services tool, and basic project setup, and document uploads. By December, you'll be ready to add the remaining tools to support environmental document reviews and approvals for Type 2s, EAs, EISs, and legal sufficiency needed for NEPA assumption. And then in January, we'll be implementing the tools for the self-assessments and federal highway audit support. Here we see our public site, and I just wanted to point out that we have videos available here. You'll see the link at the bottom, and we'll also provide you with the documentation from the webinar with these links provided. And I wanted to point out that you don't have to have a SWEPT user login yet. You can access these videos here. And we have a final poll question. The SWEPT application will be used to track environmental project schedules, build consistent PD&E scopes of service, approve environmental documents, support federal highway audits of environmental documents, or all of the above. The correct answer is all of the above. And now it's time for questions, and this will conclude the webinar on the SWEPT overview. Thank you for attending.